Hello, hello. Oh, I need to put my headband on. You look like a sunset. You could look for me online. Just my life. Good morning. We should all go back to bed. I feel that. I want to go back to bed so bad. I'm so tired. So the sunset. You could look for me online. This is my life. So sleepy, Olivia. Thank you, Dream. Everyone's tired. Hello, hello. Oops. There we go. Thank you for 3 votes. Thank you, Olivia. It's 5 degrees. Oh my gosh, that's really cold. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Shogun. Tumbleweed, every other sunrise. My phone. Hello, Jake. I'm you. Gone again. If it weren't for the wind. I just have the songs on today's country playlist. I know I'm gonna get what's it called on YouTube? Why can't I think right now? Copyrighted, basically. The brain isn't working right now. But I needed music to get ready today. I'm with you. Hello, photography. Okay. Time for makeup. never take off. Never try. Tumbleweed and me would leave every other sunrise. Gone again. I'm getting ready for work. My 9 to 5. Yesterday when I was doing the get ready with me, I was talking about how I was in a hurry because I was gonna get a ride to work. Well, it turns out that I ended up just taking the Cybertruck with me to work, and like how I guessed, it did bring attention. I could see people literally looking at it while I was working. But I had no choice because my car was in the shop. But I picked it up yesterday, and guess how much I paid for that? Why is it so not sticky today? Guess how much I paid to get my car out of the shop? I do accounting. My dogs are asleep. Surprisingly, they're not bothering me right now. They must be tired too. $2K? That's a good guess. It was $900. $900, y'all. All because my battery. I knew it was the battery. Like, I knew it was going to be the battery, but when they ran the little diagnostic thing, they also said that it might be the transmission. You know, that's major. And so I got scared. And they told me that they had to clean the, I don't know cars. It would, yeah, $900 for a battery is crazy, right? Because the batteries only cost like $100, right? But it's not just the battery. They had to clean the engine or something. They said they had buildup of carbon, and that's why that error of the transmission was like in the middle. They said it wasn't all the way on, but that it was like triggering it. Did I get scammed, Anthony? I will say though that when I turn my car on, like you can feel a difference. There's no errors going on now. What kind of vehicle? I drive a Trailblazer, a Chevy Trailblazer. I know batteries aren't that expensive. That's why when I heard that, I was like, what? I think this is running out. But at that point, they had my car there at Chevy, and the battery was dead, so it wasn't turning on. So I was like, what? That's a lie. What's a lie? What year? 2021, so it's not even that old. You just jumped on the chat. What was the diagnosis? Well, I took it to first Valvoline, which was like an oil place, which is where I get my oil changed sometimes. And I thought it was just the battery, so I figured they would be able to replace my battery there for me. Well, when I got there, the guy was like, let me check it, and if it dies here, we can just jump the car for you. Because I was like, it hasn't died yet, but I'm not saying that it won't die here. So then he made me turn the car off, and it did die. It died there. And so they had to jump my car, and when they ran their little diagnosis there, they said that it might be the battery. They said might be the battery, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that it is the battery. And then they said it was also triggering something else. So at that point, I decided to take it to the dealership because I was like, I have no choice. Because it was like running on a freaking jump start. And at the time, I didn't have anybody in town to take me the next day. Actually, I don't even know if a Cybertruck can jump a regular car. I don't know, I'll have to look that up. But there was nobody here to like help me if I got stranded. Well, I'd say that. There are people here that can help me to get places, but like not here at the house, and it's like a whole thing. So it's like at that point, I'm just gonna take it to the dealership. So I did, and the guy told me, this was last Monday, he told me that it was gonna take 5 to 7 days. I've already taken my car there like in October, and they kept my car for like over a week. So I did not want to do this at all. And then when I got there, they inserted that little reader thing, diagnostic thing, and it triggered like, and he showed me, so I know he wasn't lying. It triggered like a lot of codes, and basically it was all codes for the battery, and then it was like one code that it triggered for maybe the transmission. The carbon was a lie. Can someone educate me on what carbon in cars, build up carbon means? Because that's what the dude told me. And now you're saying that was a lie? Was it really a lie? Did I get scammed? I feel like I got scammed. I didn't think I got scammed until this chat. Like I really didn't. Because I mentioned it yesterday at work. Because I had to go pick it up, right? And they at work were acting like that. Oh, I've heard that before. Carbon buildup. It kind of sounds stupid now that I say it out loud. Thank you, Ryan. Where the pistons are. You drive a high-performance vehicle. I have never had a carbon issue, nor I've ever heard on a newer stock vehicle. Right? It doesn't make any sense. And the cylinder, you build up carbon, but would it stop your car from turning on? Yeah, I think they were saying that the battery was the reason why it wasn't turning on. But the reason why that other code got triggered, which was the transmission, which is very major, by the way. And my car is still under warranty, at least till November. Because it's only 4 years old. Not 2021. It's a 2020 car. No, is it? No, it's 2021. It's 2021. But I got the car in 2020. That's why I was confused. My car's new, right? I got it during COVID. Regardless, I feel like they had the upper hand because like my car was dead, sitting at their facility for like over a week. But when he told me $900, which like most of that was just for labor of the battery, I was like, aren't batteries like $100? Honestly, I'm over it. I'm over this car messing up. I'm hoping that they fixed whatever it was because I did pay a lot of money. $900 is insane. They're like $150 now. And then they called me yesterday to tell me this, and I was on the way to work. Oh my gosh, I just messed this up. So they called me when I was driving on the way to work, and I was taking the Cybertruck to work. Oh shoot. This thing is not working. I was taking the Cybertruck to work, and I've only driven it like one other time. And so I was really focusing on driving carefully, right? He calls me at the worst possible time, man. And so like he's trying to tell me all this stuff, but I'm driving. So like pulled into the Starbucks parking lot and like took the call because I couldn't understand what he was saying. And then I asked him to explain it to me like 2-3 times. But like I just wanted my car back, you know what I mean? Being without a car for a whole week. And like last week I didn't have a car here at all. They replaced the battery, charged you a diagnosis test, and the total was $900. A good battery typically runs $200 plus with the core charge of $50. Yeah, I was just thinking like at most I was gonna pay like $300, $400, even $500. But when I saw the $900 on there, I was like, are you joking? Cybertruck with a giant battery. Yeah, I mean, we're lucky to have that, but I was here by myself last week. So that was the problem, is that I didn't have another vehicle here. So I couldn't like go to work, basically. I was working from home, which is fine. But like, excuse me, I don't know. It was very stressful. So I was having to DoorDash all my meals here. It's ridiculous. I hate going to car dealerships. They always mess with me. Like, they always mess with me. You got? Ugh. No. I knew it too, but at that point I was just like, just give me my freaking car back. Take my card. I do have an itemized bill. Yes, females are always targeted at dealerships. Don't even get me started. One time I went to Discount Tire. Everyone laughs at this story. I was in my old car. I had a Chevy Cruze, and I needed new tires. I went to the Discount Tire asking them to rotate my tires. When I got there, they refused to rotate my tires because they said my tires were too worn. It's too dangerous to rotate them. Were they telling the truth? I don't think so. Now I don't think so. But at the time, I just took them for what they said because I went there by myself. First mistake. Don't go to those places if you're a girl by yourself because they take advantage of you. I didn't know like to ask somebody to go with me. I just knew that like I need tires. So anyways, they told me they couldn't rotate them. And instead of just leaving, they're like, well, we can give you new tires. So then they show me like the little booklet of tires or whatever. And then they tell me that, so they're like, okay, we'll give you these tires. They go back to go replace them. And then they come back and tell me, something's wrong with your wheels, AKA your rims. They're like, come here. And so they sent me to the back, and they had this little machine thing that they spin the rims on, the wheels, and they were like, see how it wiggles like this? They freaking tricked me, y'all. And I was like, oh yeah, they're like, it's not supposed to do that. You need new wheels. And so guess who bought new wheels? And I didn't need them. So when I left there, it was like $1,000. And not only that, I bought those freaking wheels that have those, I don't know what brand it is. So if y'all like this brand, don't come for me. But it's the brand that has those crowns on them. I called them my princess wheels. And then when I showed my mom, she was like, those look like cholo. Cholo Wheels. She's like, why didn't you like tell us, and why didn't you call, and why, and you know. So these people, like, I know that they're scammy, and I hate it. I hate it so bad. And they're always worse to girls. Ugh, what's wrong with my eyeliner? Wheels were unbalanced, probably bent. Oh yeah, I know that they took advantage of me. Cause like, yeah, they said unbalanced or whatever. What the frick is going on with this thing? So ever since that experience, which was with my old car, I knew these people were scamming. Which is why when my car started messing up, my mom told me to take it to somewhere else to have them diagnose it first, and if it was the battery, to have them replace it because it'd be way cheaper, which is what I tried to do. And then my car died, and at that point I was like, I just need my car working again. But like, if I don't know, my boyfriend had asked if he wanted me for him to go with me yesterday, but at that point it was already done. Like, the guy had already told me on the phone what the price was gonna be, and I kind of like agreed to it because I was on the road and not understanding. So like, I don't think I could have fought it yesterday. Oh yeah, I'm so done. Like, I hate dealing with car issues. Like, hate. Like, that's so expensive. Like, makes me so mad. Like, I know they say to save money, like, in case your car messes up, but like, who the freak expects that to be $1,000? Cause not me. A reputable mom and pop shop. They're trained to price gouge and create problems that don't exist. Yeah. So when my car was messing up in October, I had taken it here to the dealership because I didn't know. I thought when you take it to the dealership, like, you get the best service there because they're Chevy, you know? And I don't know what I was thinking. At first I thought I had an oil leak because I took it to I did have an oil leak, but I took it to Valvoline, and when I got to work, my coworker told me that she noticed my car was leaking oil. And I realized I had an oil leak. So I took it to the dealership here, and they kept my car for way too long, right? Actually, what did I do? I think I took it back to Valvoline. And I was like, hey, I think y'all didn't tighten it right, and now it's leaking oil. So they tried tightening it there, and like, okay, we fixed it. And then I took my car to Alpine, which is West Texas. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by doing my eyelashes. And the guy there, because I went to Alpine for like my sister's birthday or something. Anyways, I was there. It's getting hot. So I had an oil leak, right? So he like tells me, because I told him, I was like, I went over there, they tightened it, but it's still leaking. So then he was like, hey, let me try it. This is like a mom and pop shop, okay? It's called Kobos. They're really cool. In my hometown of Alpine, it's a small town. And he was like, let me try to tighten it again and put more oil, because I think that's what's wrong. I can't really tell. And then he told me that if it's the little container thing, that to bring it back and he'll replace it for me. So I ended up leaving town because I thought it wasn't leaking anymore. And when I got to San Antonio here, I noticed it was leaking again. So I took it to the dealership and they kept my car for like over a week. It was a terrible experience. And just for them to do the exact same thing that they did at that car shop in West Texas. The same exact thing. All they did was tighten it and clean it up and put a little bit more oil. And they changed something else that needed to be replaced. So that was like, I want to say I paid like $300. Because that piece that they were replacing was under warranty. But I was pissed. I was like, how did they just keep my car for this long and just do the same exact thing that they did at that little shop? So I took my car, and lo and behold, the leak doesn't stop. But I was heading home for Thanksgiving back to West Texas, so I just took my car over there. And he replaced it for me. I kid you not. It wasn't even, I don't even know if it was $100. Way better service. The dude actually like takes the time to talk to me. He's so nice. He's not trying to scam me. He's honest. Faulty oil pan gasket. Yeah. It was the thing that holds the oil, so if that's what that is. It stopped leaking after he replaced that. So I thought that was all the problems with my car. I thought it was over. But if you've watched my lives for like the last couple weeks, it was not over. When I went to Alpine for Christmas, my battery thing, check engine thing came on. Well, when it came on, my mom told me to take it to the AutoZone to get it diagnosed. And me, thinking I know better, I Googled it, and my check engine light had turned off on its own. So I thought the problem fixed itself because Google said that can happen. So the lesson was to always listen to your mom, take it to AutoZone before you end up in a situation like this and have to pay $900, right? Because even though the check engine light turned off, obviously the problem wasn't fixed. I don't know why it turned off. It wasn't until I was driving back to here, to San Antonio, after New Year's, when I was an hour and a half away from here, and my check engine light thing popped on again when I was at a gas station. And not only did it pop on, my car sent me a text message, I guess through that OnStar stuff, telling me to check my email, something's wrong with my car. So can you imagine me freaking out at the gas station, aka McDonald's, because I was waiting for my food and they were taking freaking forever. And I was scared that my car was gonna turn off because my dogs were inside of it. And then I got put in this situation. And my car doesn't have 100K miles. That's crazy, right? It has like 54,000. But they said that my car uses a plastic oil holder thing. Hello, Anna. Moral of the story, listen to your mom when she says take it to AutoZone. Get it diagnosed. If I would have done that when she told me, I probably would have found out the problem while I was in West Texas while I was on PTO. So I could have taken it to the car shop there, or I could have driven it just an hour away to Fort Stockton, which they don't have as many cars, you know. That's also a small town. I'm from Fort Stockton, so it's another small town that has a Chevy. And they could have fixed my car there and probably given it to me faster. It saved me all the heartache over here. The Trailblazers were trash in the early mid-2000s, and they've only gotten worse, especially with all electronics. Get rid of it. Your opinion? No, I'm really thinking of getting rid of it, for real, before the end of the year, because, like, what is even happening? But the thing is like, my last car was a Chevy Cruze, and it was new. Like, it was a new Chevy Cruze, and before I got rid of that car, which is why I got the Trailblazer, it was also having issues. But I think I took it to the dealership once, and then my boyfriend's dad was working on it, but it was still having issues, like with the check engine light, and it was overheating. Like, one time I was driving home from work and my car was overheating and I was almost home, but I was on the interstate. So I literally had to pull over and my car just wouldn't stop overheating. And so I was like, oh, I need a new car. I'm not dealing with this anymore. So that was with like the Chevy Cruze. So now I just don't trust cars at all. You know, I blame them for making me work in the office. If I worked from home, I wouldn't have to touch my car. Which, when I first bought my Trailblazer, I was working from home because it was COVID. I only used my car to go back to West Texas. And now that I like go to the office every week, maybe it's just putting more wear and tear on it. Stay away from Chevy and Ford. Most aren't US made anyways. Recommend Honda, Toyota. You know, I just, for some reason, I get scared of the foreign cars. Cause like, I mean, granted right now I live in San Antonio, so I could take it to get fixed somewhere here. But when I was living in West Texas, like, they don't have those dealerships over there. So if you have a problem with your car, you have to drive it pretty far. But I'll be honest, y'all. I told myself when I was buying this last car that my next car would be a Tesla. And so far, like, their service is up here. I'm not even lying. Because we got the Cybertruck. And there were some updates that needed to be made to it. The service people came here. They drove here. They fixed it here in the driveway. I've just never seen service like that before. It was wild. I was mind blown. When mine, like, take it to the shop and it's there for a week and then they don't fix the problem. Yeah, I guess that's the downside. If you need parts for those, then it's really expensive. But at this point, it seems like all cars are expensive, so choose your poison, I guess. This is coming from someone who doesn't know anything about cars. I'm gonna take the high road, take the high road, take the high road. But yeah, the Toyota has a factory here. Yeah, they do. I've been to it. I have been to the factory here. I was just saying that before, though, before I lived here, I just stayed away from vehicles like that because it was hard to get them serviced in West Texas. So I am considering getting a new car. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. And I sure was not gonna let them know that at the freaking dealership. Because then they were gonna try to sell me there, and just no. They do not get the pleasure. Everything is foreign made, may as well go with one's high credibility. That is true. Everything technically is foreign at the end of the day. It's just how they market it. You've owned over 20 Hondas. You're on your third Toyota now. Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. Just hope that my car does not mess up. Because if it is a problem with the transmission, then they better freaking fix it now before November. And you best believe I'm gonna be paying attention. And that is technically covered under the warranty right now, so. Yes, I do have warranty. But the things that they were doing to my car, obviously the battery wasn't covered under there, but also whatever they did cleaning it was not under warranty either. The carbon buildup cleanup. So I guess the warranty only covers like if you replace parts. Been very chatty this morning, but it's because I'm so annoyed with this stuff. But it's like pay $900 or like don't have a car, you know? Or buy a new car. Technically, $900 would have paid like 2 months worth of my car, payment wise. Almost 3. Hello, Jamie. It's been so difficult, y'all, because all this car trouble, of course, happened during the holidays, starting at Halloween time, so it's just been one of those things. All right, I'm done with my makeup, so I'm gonna end the live here. Thanks for listening to me talk about my car troubles. I'll see you guys in the next live. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Bye.